Welcome, stream elements.
Starry night, starry night. A loving mother, a flame-eating father. Look up, cherish both her luminous love and caring, his wrath and cruelty. Yet the father, devouring all flame and glare, never graced the sky.
Energizing combo sets. Hearty noodle bowls. Waterfall soup.
Can't read a hollow warning.
What disaster supplies should you buy?
Don't know the escape route.
Don't panic.
The answer's here. Bang knows.
Huh?
Bang knows. Bang who knows? Morning, Mr. Rob. Can I have a latte, please? Extra sugar, extra milk. With all those edges and that sturdy look, Mr. Rob might seem a bit cold and standoffish, but he's actually paying attention, quietly noting down what each of us prefers. That there's a tender heart ticking away under that metal shell. Makes you wonder, huh? Starlight Night Transformation! It's a promise. Let's protect our home together.
A falling star deserves no home.
For Starlight Night, home lies with the wishes of the people.
When I was 15, the thought of an apocalypse never troubled me. The only thing I couldn't give up, even in the face of the world's end, was the sunset on that beach. Watching the sun gently slide into the water's embrace, or fireworks dancing on the canvas of the night sky. Even if tomorrow weren't
Great, no one's here. If I get a sick pause, I'm good.
Have a cup of coffee to jumpstart your day. Sometimes stopping to take a break.
Okay. Mega hand, are you busy? I don't know, copium, I guess. Seriously thinking that I'm gonna get them, like, get her, like, super late pity. I have to go during salt pity again. I know I have to. I have to, don't I? Oh, I never get anybody early anymore nowadays. Okay. Days damage dealt 40%, and this is only for 2 weeks. You know, maybe our luck was terrible because we didn't deal with Ben. We're gonna deal with Ben again. Adversity Maxin, Adversity Maxin. Hi, Ben.
Leave everything to me.
Supposing there's like a... Okay, this is news to me, but supposing there's like a super mega rare thing that you can do here. So I'm gonna try my luck at that. Oh, fair enough.
Any last words?
Something so trivial doesn't mean. A beautiful shooting star!
Make way for the
Yeah.
undefeated champion!
No, the last hit actually just... Fox. Yeah, we got it. That was way quicker than last time. Wait. Oh no. Darn it. I got the wrong one. If not. Okay. Let's see if we get like the super mega ultra thingy-majig. Never mind, just wishful think, I suppose. We can reject that, get Resonium, and then we should be good. Discount, discount. Nice. Also prep until we get like thingy. Pretty much.
I pledge my honor!
Daisy.
A beautiful shooting star!
I'm unstoppable!
That was very quick. We got like a billion ultimate thingy majigs. Okay. I got like 2 of the ultimates, I should be fine. Nice, Ben. I'm trying to maximize as many gears as I can get. Get one of these, that sucks. Good.
Great hit!
The work site is just like a battlefield.
I'm not a loser.
Big T. You get like a super speaker encounter. Nope, okay.
I pledge my honor! Stand behind the yellow line. Things are about to get violent.
Let me shine.
It's authorized personnel only!
Home run!
The work site is just like a battlefield. Stand behind the yellow line. You should have worn a hard hat!
Nice. Level 4 ready. Can we just get like the super secret special encounter where everybody's there? Never mind. Just what we're thinking.
I'm unstoppable!
A beautiful shooting star!
side is just like a battlefield. Stand behind the yellow line.
Home run!
My killer is unstoppable! I pledge my honor! I'm unstoppable!
You are unstoppable.
It's authorized personnel only! My killer is unstoppable!
And the winner is me!
The work side is just like a battlefield. Flames fade, ash remain.
Okay, that's like the last hit, so he should be able to get his unique gear. Oh, level 5, level 4 already. That's good. Cannot speak. Never mind. I get to go shop either way. Well, actually, it's better to go shop here. There's only him.
Solid hit!
Stand behind the yellow line. Make way for the undefeated champion! I'm unstoppable! The work side is just like a battlefield. Stand behind the yellow line.
A beautiful shooting star!
You should have worn a hard hat! My killer is unstoppable!
Nice. It's going by very quick. We don't really need anything else now.
Home run!
I pledge my honor! The work side is just like battlefield.
Perfect teamwork.
It's authorized personnel only!
And the winner is me.
My frame rate was like I think it might be a bit laggy for like OBS,
Make
but
way for the undefeated champion!
I mean nothing really happened, so.
Stand behind the yellow line!
Okay, give me something. Sure, fine, whatever. Yeah, anything lighter related, that stinks. It's fine though, we can go in Japan really quickly now.
You should have worn a hard hat!
Home run!
The impact. I'm trying to run behind him.
It's authorized personnel only!
And the winner
Wishful thinking, but it's fine. Cycle we're done.
great pitch.
You should have worn a hard hat! Let me show you how it's done. I pledge my honor! The work site is just like a battlefield. Stand behind the yellow line. Things are about to get violent.
Home run!
My killer is unstoppable! Make way for the undefeated champion! I'm unstoppable! You should have worn a hard hat!
Done. 13 minutes is actually really quick. Just because you got really lucky with like ultimate and adversity. Okay. Maybe. Oh. Okay. Off to a great start today. Off to a great start. We're just gonna go for the discs then, I suppose. That was crazy. Actually, just do 2 runs and leave it at that. And then do the alterating. Okay. At least one of these pieces. At least one of these pieces. I'm continuing. I got a bunch of double kill pieces. I got a bunch of double kill pieces. 4-liners that are like 2 4-liners over here. Four-liners. Literal 4-liners here. This could be it. These could be my dream pieces. Okay, we'll try that out. No. No. This map capping, like, legitimately capping out in the game. I'm really close cap. My first after kill. Maybe after kills could amount to something. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? No. These pieces are actually kind of insane. Gosh, that was actually such a cool icon screen. Maybe. A lot of maybes. A lot of maybes and potential, like, 4, even 5 rollers over here. Okay. Not gonna lie, I think to solidify my luck when it comes to disc rolls, wait, this is like the weird review you got from like she's from like the actual news event. That's so cute. A gold black sandwich. What? Bang beef potato wedges. Milk. I can't go upstairs anymore. That's so sad. There's one thing that I kind of want 2.0 or any features that this update to do is just give them more unique animations. Or like different like GIF moods. Yippee! Okay. I got a bunch of 4 rolls. A bunch of 4-liners here. A bunch of 4-liners here. At least one of them has to be 4 rolls. Because I rarely get them nowadays.
Take your time and savor it.
No. No. Nope.
The joy that this delicious composition brings is truly remarkable.
Okay, Alfie, please. Lay it on me.
This one's flavor goes on and on.
Maybe.
The joy that
Okay.
leaving so soon.
Time for some hard labor?
Maybe. Today, this could all end. Alright, that's 2 HP rolls, not that great. Okay. Two rolls. You know, maybe we need to change days. Yeah, when Danny B's back. That's perfect. Hey, Kaleidos are now. Oh yeah, I forgot I have her. Maybe this could change.
Time for some hard labor?
There are 3 pieces here. 3 pieces here. 3 pieces here. At least one of them has to be good. At least one of them has to be good.
Time for some hard labor? How can I help? Time for some hard labor?
Hey, don't look down on me!
Doesn't need a perfect piece, unless this one ends up outdoing this one. Why HP? Whatever, it's a 3 roll, I'll keep it. Thank you, a 4-liner, perfect! Finally, sheesh, how long do you have to take? Okay, I have a 4-liner here. 4 rolls, 3 rolls. But it has attack, so this is important. Jeez. It's basically perfect. Okay. If anything, I would have preferred a godlike attack piece here.
You want to test my hammer?
The morning air is like a soothing melody, truly unforgettable.
Let's go.
What a
Maybe. Can't get any more rolls. That's all into this. Maybe. Nope. Nope.
leaving so soon.
Your place is nice. It would be better if it was just us here.
Oh my god. I thought I had to skip her. I thought I had to skip her. That's dirty pity. Thank you. Okay, at least I didn't have to skip Vivian. Okay, this is like zero pity now. I'm so good at Vivian. I'm so good at Vivian. I'm grinding. I'm going to grind. I will max her out. I will dedicate my time trying to max out Vivian. I can't get the engine. I cannot get the engine. I have to
Never turned down Lord Phaethon.
I have to settle with just like M0W0. I have to like this is all I can do. Because at this point, the good thing is I'm not going to be in a financial rut now. I will try for the engine. If I get like 10 pity whatever, amazing. Like by Jove, I win. But I thought I would have had to skip Vivian. Thank goodness blank I had another blank moment. Okay, 4 roll today, double crit pieces, and now I have Vivian.
How can I help?
I didn't have to skip Vivian. I'm actually glad. I'm so glad right now. Broke. Yeah, I'm kind of broke.
Good day, Lord Phaethon.
Alright, all the pieces that's on Piper I have to use now. Two attack rolls here. The pieces that are really hard to get. Piper has them, right? She does have them. That was really hectic, but thank goodness I pulled through. I would prefer that I got a AM piece. Oh, there it is. Okay, well we have to use pen ratio for the time being. I don't know how I'm going to do anything without pen ratio. This one, I do have, yeah, this one. This is ideal. Yeah, okay. At least it was 30 pity.
Lord Phaethon.
It was like directly on 30 pity. Doesn't help that I'm a bit broke right now, but you know what? I'll take it. We got Kaleda, which wasn't the best thing to do, but... which wasn't the best thing that happened. But 30 pity, Vivian, I couldn't ask for anything else. I couldn't ask for anything else. Now, the thing is, I have to go for Hugo and his Wenjin. If, by a miracle or whatever, right, do I get Hugo and his Wenjin in, like, the first 10 falls respectively, I will straight up dedicate all my time throughout the latter half of this patch going for a deep on lighter. If I can win another 50-50. So glad I have Vivian though. That makes it almost everybody in the entire game. Almost everybody. You know the thing is, throughout, I think... Okay, no, this patch. Okay, 1.5 I spent money on. 1.6 I don't think I spent any money on outside of just getting login bonuses, outside of the internet and the DP. Otherwise, no money was spent for Trigger and B. Well, actually, no, there was a bit. Oh my god, finally! Sheet! Who would have thought the time I get a 4 roller, like 4 rolls on an AP piece, do I get Vivian? Okay, I have to use Weeping Creedle. Unless I get lucky with a Wenjin. If I get lucky with a Wenjin, that is it. I've won. Like, I'm satisfied. Cannot believe Vivian though. I think it was just the fact that I just did one, like, I wanted to. I was just pulling mindlessly. Like, nonchalantly, really. You know, at this point, you just have to be nonchalant about it. Just don't care about people. That's the issue! I've been caring so much recently to the point where I shouldn't care anymore. That way, the game programs itself to thinking, oh wait, this guy doesn't care anymore. Let's just surprise him with, like, a free Vivian. Whoopsie daisy. And here I am rewarded for, like, my apathy towards getting anything good. The second time that I actually got something early. Actually, no, it's the third time? No, 4. Okay, Jane, Chingy were early. Bernice, Caesar, Lighter. Okay, Yanniga did get pretty early, like sort of early. It was like around 60. It was like 60 pity or something. $60 people. Yanagi. 24 Miyabi. And a Wenjin and Haramasas. Pity for Astra. Pity for Evelyn. Pity for Anby. Early for Trigger. And then lost 50-50, but I did get Vivian early. Okay. I'm not too worried about 2.0. I'm not too worried about 2.0. Reason why Reason why 2.0 is going to have the entire Wi-Fi peninsula, right? That is a new area, and there's like 1 billion polychromes you can do. We're probably gonna get like 1,000 polychromes. Where we get another 1,000 polychromes when we actually get into 2.0. And, you know, if we're going off by leaks, we do get a sector as well, so that I'm not worried about. Since I already have Kaleda, don't need Grays. Definitely don't want Nakamata. I'll probably just go for like M1 Rena. Then I go for Brimstone. I actually just need Brimstone. Brimstone's like the only Wenjin I just need. And then I think I should, and then I'm pretty much good. When it comes to selections. I had no luck to get Brimstone. But as soon as I select Brimstone, watch it be ruin like a 75-25. And then I'm ultimately cursed. Or just getting nothing but Brimstones. So far, Season 1 luck has actually been pretty good. I hope, I really do hope that Hugo doesn't treat me like absolute garbage. I really do like Hugo. And everything's, and I have literally everything set in place for him. An M1 icon. And his signature. A lighter. I have his entire comp ready. All he needs to do is just come home. And I also have Vivian as well. Oh, perfect landing. Okay. Okay. Okay, I understand. I flopped. I panicked. My lord, I'm almost dead. This does not bode well. Okay. Right. I just need to win 50-50. I'll try for Vivian Wenjin. If I get early, amazing. If I don't, well, I have to use Weep and Cradle. I mean, it's all I can do so far. Because her Wenjin is literally just Weep and Cradle with more build-up. Even the Mindscapes will be a little bit more important. But then again, it's harder to get. Well, it actually is harder to get Mindscapes than it is getting Wenjins. Otherwise, I should be good. I have now a week to try and attempt for Vivian Wenjin. If I get like first pull, I'm shook. Actually, I am shook. And then I could just go and start doing like a mini stash for Hugo. And the most ideal thing I want for Hugo's banner is just getting him on the first tenfold. And then getting his Wenjin like a bit early as well. If that happens, I am set for life. And by life, I mean by just getting like, attempting for M2 lighter. M1 would be like, I mean, M1's already good enough as is though. I think M2 is pretty much just, is me getting like stun damage towards player and getting more fire damage bonus. And ice damage bonus, which is pretty important. Not important, but it's like really good for what I want to do. Should probably gonna get like pen ratio piece for Ben. At this point, I should probably go think about getting like better puffer pieces for Ben in general. Otherwise, though, I think in terms of 2.0, we're probably gonna get top up resets. That's probably gonna be a thing. Because the patch is like about a month long, and the game released around July 4th, so that's most likely our anniversary patch. Okay, never mind. At least I have an excuse. I should just start grinding Denny's again. I'm dead broke. Oh, actually, I'm not dead broke. I just completely forgot. Z merits. Yeah, I have those. I can get like 50, I think, with the medals I have now, or the seals I have now. That should be okay. There's 20%, but it's most likely 15. Sorry about that. Sorry for ignoring you, Matt. I was kind of locked in like thingy. My bad. Anyway, if you've seen from the Discord, yes, I have Vivian.
Never turn down Lord Phaethon.
And yeah, I probably will try and attempt for Vivian's Wenjin. It'll probably like try to eke into like, if I don't get it, then it's more or less me eking into like Hugo Wenjin Pity, which is pretty important for him. But I do have Vivian. Completely forgot, but I did do like a weekly though. Which was really fast. It was really fast. Because we did get lucky with the, well, certain things. Specifically, the Rosonium that we got. Okay.
Time for some hard labor.
Vivian should be at level 14 now. We can pop that. $48. That's fine.
I would never turn down Lord Phaethon.
I got to 60, focus on the cores a bit, and then that should be good. In terms of discs, I kind of, I bet it's bleak. I fear it's a bit bleak. I am going, well, I might as well just use like 2-piece puffer, because I do have like pretty good discs that should be okay on only units. I mean, so far so good. My puffer only I mean, these are like my best nominee pieces that I haven't leveled up yet. I don't have enough. I've been grinding too many. Basically, like there's okay. Well, let's be honest, right? At this point, you should now know that there's going to be two kinds of blank moments. There's blank moment positive and blank moment derogatory, right? Derogatory means I hyperfixate on the wrong things and I end up like, you know, kicking myself in the backside. And then there's like good moments where I do get lucky with stuff. That's the positive thing. We're talking about blank moments in derogatory fashion. Yeah, I never saw that coming. Yeah, I know. Anyway, bot alert. Maybe it's time to give me a Robin, like a free Robin. Just throw it in there. Like I wouldn't mind. Wait, hold up. We should get. I do have more standing pulls. I've been kind of broke in terms of the signals. Try to get freedom. Either way, since I actually AP. Maybe, yeah, sure. I should, but imagine I get my first ever 4-roller on an AP piece. Just imagine. Okay, this is basically some cost fantasy talking here. I should probably do a responsible thing in this tea. You're right. Like an actual pulcra. I can do Jane Vivian now, which is pretty cool. Kinda sad that Bernie's has like less of a use nowadays, unless like people want to run triple anomaly, but what can you do? I mean, you can't. I mean, that legitimizes like hyper usage, if that means anything. Okay, A rank 4. Noted. Read the kit. I mean, I have played with her, so I know how to use her, but That's probably the kid.
Good day, Lord Phaeton.
Okay. When basic attack Feather Beam hits a target suffering from an ether, electric, fire, physical, ice anomaly, it will trigger a bloom, dealing additional attribute anomaly. The additional damage is per 10 points of anomaly proficiency of the original damage. That's why it's important. Okay, understood. When basic attack Fluttering Frog, Suspension, or basic attack Feather Beam hits a target suffering from any attribute anomaly, it will affect Vivian's Prophecy, causing the target to take ether damage equal to 55% of well. Oh, okay, no, it changed here. Okay, this is the damage value that changes. Every 55 seconds. This damage can trigger from attribute anomalies. The Vivian's prophecy ends when the target is no longer suffering from attribute anomaly. When she enters the battlefield, she gains 2 flight feathers. Okay. When another character is in your squad is an anomaly character or shares the same attribute. Okay. Whenever another squad member applies an attribute anomaly, one guard feather to launch basic attack feather beam to the target. This will trigger once every 0.5 seconds. So basically the off-field damage that she does, like the bloom thing. Corruption damage dealt by all characters in your squad, and corruption status disorder damage will increase by 12%. Okay. Soul 5 is Issa as well. The first character with damage is better than L pen. Unfortunate because I actually have pen ratio, so I'm gonna have to see if I have like a... No. That actually depends though. I might have something I can use on her. Let's see. Okay. I have this. I have this. I don't have a lot of good pieces. Okay. And then I have to start sharing with like Bernice. It's not a huge difference. Okay. If again. We're talking about hypotheticals here because nothing's guaranteed, right? If I happen to get 3-4 rolls on that pen ratio, like that puffer AM piece that I have, this one over here, right? Which has attack, anomaly, proficiency, and attack, right? So, I ideally 2 attack, 2 AP, or 3 AP, 1 attack, or whatever. I'll probably use that like pen ratio instead. Even though like ether damage bonus is basically her best in slot. You can also move Bernie's to 2-piece puffer. That is true. That is true. You know what? I should do that. She has... I mean, she should have something around here, right? 2-piece puffer. Oh, yeah, this one. I will upgrade these 2 for her. For the meantime, however, we will just... Yeah, I guess this is Vivian's 4-piece for the time being. She has... some rolls. I'm not saying that okay, she has some good rolls. She has some good rolls. I can't like detract that too much. I can't deface her too much about saying it's bad or whatever. It's attack percentage and AP. It is attack percentage and AP. She is at least getting those 2 stats in terms of rolls. This is not a good piece. This could be a potentially really good piece if it goes into just these 2 stats and avoids this at all costs. This is okay.
I would never turn down Lord Phaeton.
Hi, Shark. We have Vivian. More. I feel like. Nah, I do have to thank you for it because you basically push us towards pity as well. So it's probably better than mine. I mostly have 2 AP rolls into my Vivian. Okay. It's looking if I can get lucky enough and then have like at least 2 rolls average on Vivian, I can, and then use of course Weeping Angel or Weeping Gemini. Speaking of, I should probably go and do that. I should be fine. I also need to upgrade this at some point.
Good day, Lord Phaeton.
Thank you, Shark. 12 wants the AP, which isn't that great. Okay, right. So long as I do better than Matt, that's all that matters. So long as I do better than Matt, that's all that matters.
I would never turn down Lord Phaeton.
Use Bernice on the other team, testing DA. As long as I get... I'm happy. I'm satisfied. I just need that one ether anomaly piece to just... The ether damage bonus piece to just hit, like... 3, 4, 5... Like, just... 3 times into attack. Like, no, not into attack. Into, like, AP. I'm happy. Then I'm happy. 14, yes. Because in terms of rolls, actually, you know what? I think my rolls are pretty good so far. That's 1 attack, 2 AP. 2 attack, 2 AP. 2 attack, 1 AP. 2 AP, we can disregard that. We have attack percentage and AP here. And then this piece has AP, but it doesn't really have good stealth stats, so I can disregard this one. Or I have to disregard this piece. Unless I can find another one that has AP and attack percentage. Defense, never mind. I just have to get lucky at some point.
Good day,
But I do have some attack rolls, and that's pretty much all that matters. Yeah, as much as possible, really. He does... Like, unlike... Okay, Jane needs a bit of a threshold to get, like, crit rate on hers, right? Vivian's all about how much... is about dealing damage with a bloom stacks, and... Yeah, pretty much with just a bloom and disorder. Which is why she's kind of better than Bernice in a way.
Let's fire it up.
Like, Bernice, in a way, is very linear. Like, her anomaly doesn't get any stronger. It is literally just burn. It's mostly just the damage she deals during... maybe during heat, and that's it. I'm on 600 plus on field, that's why I should fall. Okay, 420. Threshold. From a sax reset after stun window because of weeping. Yeah, it's a bit bleak.
Want a glass of nice
Okay, but to be fair though, literally this is just the exact same Wenjin as weeping, except for the fact that it has more AP and has the anomaly build up. Now, unfortunately, if I had money, I'd definitely go for this because, well, I'm a sucker for like aesthetics, whatever. You literally have like one character sparkle or whatever, and then I'm literally pulling for it. Otherwise, yeah. I think... Oh, jeez, I'm gonna be so busy. You know what the worst thing is? I think 2.7 would most likely come... No, 2.0? Not 2.7. 2.0 will most likely come out during Switch 2 release. Around that time. And also on top of that, I'm pretty much busy throughout that week. I have like another outing impact on mind again. Actually, no, I'm gonna be busy throughout this week, throughout this month, and then throughout these next few months. Actually, yeah, it's a day after. Wait, no, the caves. Yeah, basically. Yeah, and on June 6th, I have to do an outing. I have to do an outing on June 6th. Which means I'm not streaming by then. Which... I have to avoid spoilers like it's a plague. So I really want to go into this, like, well, story-wise, characters, stat-wise, in a way. Yeah, I guess I'm, like, as... And also me as well, which I, again, should make an announcement as well. I will have to make a massive change towards... I will have to make a massive change towards my schedule. So, Mondays and Tuesdays, I will be streaming about 6 p.m. GMT. Now, if I consider that in terms of the American time zone, it's about 10 a.m. for you guys. Well, 8 hours ahead. No, it's not 8 hours ahead. Okay, it's 6 hours. Okay, I'll be streaming. I'll be streaming around like 6 p.m. So it's about 12 for you guys now. Around 6 or 7 p.m. GMT, around my time. I mean, they'll be small anyway because I'll be pooped. The reason why is because I am basically going to get into. I'm getting into game development. So I'll be studying how to program in Unity. And if all goes well, I might have an opportunity to just do more work regarding that. And I think it'd be pretty fun to do something regarding that. I do have a lot of ideas for some stream content going forward. And it might affect the streams going forward as well. Not in terms of like schedule or whatever. Thank you. But not just in terms of scheduling. But also the quality of these streams. I do want to make something a bit more... Actually, not even just a bit more. Way more interactive. Other than just having channel point rewards and like, you know... Well, trying to interact with you guys through Discord. I will try and make sure I put myself out there. Thank you. It will be hectic. I will be doing this for like 8 weeks. I mean, it's not like Nintendo or whatever. It's a fairly small company. I wouldn't say they do like shovelware, whatever. They definitely do try. But there are like some really cool people there. Like people that have worked in the industry for like years and or have studied in terms of environmental design and actual artists. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it is very volatile. Especially when it comes to that side that we don't like talking about. But I do feel... but if I were to come out of this with something, I'd probably just go a bit more freelance in a way. So I might just do some fun projects here and there. I'm mostly just going to be studying Unity. And if that, like, knowledge becomes transferable to, like, other programs, stuff like that, I'll probably just head to something that's a bit more open source, if anything. But yeah, for the most part, your boy Blank's gonna be, you know, studying game development for the time being. And continuously upskilling himself. May or may not, like, find work. Because let's be honest, the job market is actually terrible. And if I don't, then I'll probably just, like, do something more... I'll be doing more intensive work when it comes to streaming now, because let's be honest, I've been getting a bit more motivated, just like doing more stuff for you guys. Yeah, it is horrific. I cannot, like, the thing is, it's not like I'm not employed for no reason. I'm not unemployed for no reason. I have, like, it's out there now. Yeah, it's out there. I'm technically unemployed. It's not like I'm unemployed for no reason whatsoever. It's just the fact that I have employment. Like, I've been employed multiple times and I do have experience. It's just the fact that there are times where... Yeah. It's so many layoffs. So many layoffs. I think... Well, in a way I have gotten laid off. But it's much just down to campaign work. Even though, like, I can tell you a billion things about, like, the product that I've been talked about or whatever. We don't have any easier than like any other country. Yeah, it's the game industry. It's mostly everything. I mean, I mostly have like retail experience. Okay, there's ads here. Pretty much. It's like... Yeah. I think the worst thing about all of this is the fact that when it comes to either stuff that's either creative or... Yeah, a lot of creative fields. It sucks. It actually does suck. But I'm not in like position where I like everything's quite dying, whatever. I mean, why would I be if I can't stream? If I'm continuously streaming right now, as I am. But for the time being, I have found like a pretty good opportunity. Now, to say that I would maybe work for the company, it's unlikely. But I think I'll come out with like some knowledge. Yeah. I don't know if I want to like work for like a highbrow company. If it comes down to the fact that I'm potentially basically in contention for somebody that's A, overqualified, or B, a computer. But if it means anything though, I kind of wish, I mean, if there's one thing that I kind of wish would happen. Yeah. I would like to get a bit more income. Certificates and network security / AI. Well, basically what I'm doing is technically me getting a certificate. So that's one thing as well. And I need to get info to need to get a job. Yeah, but what I'm doing right now is kind of the same thing as well. It's like basically we have this thing called the skills bootcamp, and it basically just helps people that find gaps in employment or having difficulty just applying for a job anyway. And it's not just like, you know, you get you have like a degree, you're like sorry, you're as accomplished as like possible, whatever. But you do get like a certificate and then a guarantee, and then, you know, if you do well in the course, then you're guaranteed to get an interview, which allows you to get a job, and they'll probably just help you with that too. Basically, meaning like you're almost guaranteed to get a job if you know how to carry yourself during an interview. Yeah, it isn't used as much in terms of net security. And to be fair, I don't know if I can start working an office job, but I should definitely try out and broaden my horizons here and there. I mean, as boring as it sounds, there are like a bunch of things I wouldn't expect myself to be in. Yeah, which is why yeah, I am studying Unity, but if I were to go and actually develop games for myself or start going to a different like engine or whatever, I'll probably just go into Godot, which is pretty similar to Unity if I've heard anything. And there are like a bunch of streamers that have used Godot in terms of their overlays, which look really nice and swanky. So I'm probably just gonna gun for that. It's also free too. It's literally open source. But trust me, it's like, I studied the course, everything's paid for by the company that I'm studying the course for. And after that, I think everything should be just transferable. Right, anyway, I guess, again, we're pretty much just we're turning this gate capture thingy. So I'll make an announcement over here. Yeah, it is a bit better. I'll say this because, well, I don't want to just say it as is, but there are certain circumstances that are different when it comes to the UK and the US. I mean, to be fair, the US is like a Goliath in terms of a lot of industry plants. I mean, you have like basically homestay brands like just everywhere, pretty much everywhere. Well, in every state really. Us guys, our startups are kind of just it's less influential because like when you think about game development or game design or the games industry, you mostly just think about America, Japan, and China. You never really think about the UK unless it's like a highbrow indie game. In which case, then, do people talk about this or hyperfixate it in a way that it's like akin to something like Undertale, whatever, or Deltarune? But I feel like it allows people just to be a bit more freelance when it comes to UK game development. But if anything, I think the biggest thing we pretty much have to our name is down to localization and or QA testing. Well, yeah, true. The UK is definitely super influential. If anything, we're, like, this country is more or less just responsible for a lot of things. Nice. Oh, 1 second. Timing. I think the scene was massive. Yeah, true. We did. I mean, we did have Turin, right? Turin's British, right? Turin was British, right? Yeah, he was British. Essentially, just industrialized like microcomputers in a way. That kind of industrialized, like, not industrialized, but essentially innovated gaming. But, to be fair, you guys have essentially industrialized the game scope. Well, that and, well, actually, mostly just America, really. Japan just has, like, a lot of very popular brands. That is true, that is true. There are a lot of important people from the UK. But nowadays, it's pretty much just down to... is it a game from China and America or like Japan? That kind of thing. If so, how good is it? Actually, no, also French as well. There are a lot of French developers. Or game developers. But I guess we're pretty much just like the... Well, no, I say we, but... It's hard to call myself British and not feel shame. Yeah, it's still the biggest thing in gaming. I'll probably have to look into a bit more into like Godot and stuff like that. Doesn't make the announcement right now. Okay. Oh, hang on 1 second. Quick fix this right. Yeah. Gotcha. Any game switcher over these thing. Oh yeah. No, it doesn't mean CV is fine. Definitely, definitely. I think I might try. Okay, well, to be fair though, I am getting. I think what's also important is the fact that I'm going to learn transferable skills that I can attain from game development, and it isn't just going to be like me learning Unity, whatever. It will be me learning about essentially techniques and see just techniques really and skills I can get from games development that I can transfer to like other languages. So yeah, I will put myself to learning new languages. And I think nowadays I just have to motivate myself to do a bit more work. So, in a way, it's kind of like me drawing or trying to set up stuff for the Discord. I guess it's a way of like trying to motivate myself. Yeah, I do. I'm pretty much like I am quite good with Python, but I did think like C++ was like the best language to use. If it's like that, then I can always just stick with Python. Because I'm more or less comfortable with that syntax than I am with other languages. Even though, like, when it comes to high-level syntaxes in general, they are quite similar. What if not with like the conditionals or loops and libraries and such. But then again, you can get like a billion libraries with like Python. Okay, well I died there. Died. was like the most closest to high level in general. This guy pushed me for no reason. Like a minute. I can catch up. You kidding? You're kidding! Okay, whatever. But I want to try and learn how to do integrations with Twitch-related integrations. See, I'm not going to be satisfied with just making like an overlay, a PNG, like just making a PNG overlay and then be done with it, right? I want to make things a bit more animated in a way. I have ideas and references I want to pull from. I don't want to say it, but I think I'm having like I perished. I overjumped. Did this? I got second still. Okay. How did you? I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know. They had like a full-on head start. Maybe all that time I started. Maybe after all that time, me just like hiding out thingy. What time? In the end, what the hell? Did you see that? I get like. Watch me. You know, watch me get like second. I know I'm not getting first at all. Yeah, you can literally just jump over these. It doesn't really matter. Not a lot of people know about that. Okay. I'm dead last. Unless. Yeah, I'm dead last. I got kicked. Yeah, if you go further right or left, you can just jump to the side. That really bypassed like a lot of things. No, I'll take fourth. I did say second, but you know, fourth is still pretty funny. Yeah, I think there's one awful thing about this is just the fact that if you get knocked, it's very easy to lose. Like, first in general. Insanely easy to lose. You do. Um, Basically for it to come in for this like month or so. Also, like 24th, 23rd, I am gonna try and go to Comic Con. I think I'm probably just gonna try and beeline it for like 24th, really. Cause like, well, let's be honest, David Tennant's there. I would like to like meet David Tennant. The thing about Comic Con in general is just like it being a social experience. Except on the others. Bit of a time waste. Yep, we're first now. Yippee! Notice this, guy. Notice this. Apparently, we haven't crashed or had a blue screen yet. We haven't had a crash or a blue screen just yet. I think the reason why is because I think some of my files, in terms of the game itself, by the way, are a bit bugged or like been fragmented. So I had to like try and repair that. And I've had it crash once. Which is great too, because like I think the biggest suspect to behind crashes in general is like more intensive modes. And also this mode as well. It wasn't just down to like driver issues, really. It's mostly because the game is just really weird on PC. Sometimes it works on like higher end specs, and sometimes it just doesn't. I'm like one of those instances where it just doesn't work sometimes. Well, no, it does work, because clearly I'm playing right now. Whoa! I died. But that's 45 minus points. Minus 45 points. 26. Okay, that's a bit generous. Okay. Make pulls, I mean by spend money. Oh. You know, I'll give you guys a head start. I'll catch up. Oh, whoops. You see that? Amazing recovery, and I flopped. I need one of you guys to panic. He got first. Oh, I got second. That's funny. I should have given you a head start. Bye. I think I'll get myself to like 1,000 again. I'll probably end stream. But who would have thought I'd come back with like a comeback through this patch with like a Vivian? Who would have thought? I'm going to start like utilizing Box Galaxy more often. I really should be crafting like more W engines. Yeah. But anyway, there's no cards just there for you to reference from. The biggest like issue is if you... Oh, okay. I recovered. It's the fact that sometimes people will just go for it themselves and you can get next back. If you have like a good sense of control, you should be able to make it first. He got me out. He took vengeance. Let's get some points. I know. Start grinding for Vivian tomorrow. Meaning I have to do responsible stuff. Yeah, broke it again. I lost it once, but I broke it again. Anyway. I guess we're just going to be maxing out Vivian throughout the patch. I'll try to get her Wenjin. If I do get it, then more power to me. But the thing is, I do have to win a 50-50 and a 75-25 for Hugo. If I get early, I will try and beeline it for a dupe into lighter. I would like M1 or M2 lighter at the very least. And it is at a good time too, whenever like Hugo does come out. Actually, it's a week after Hugo comes out. So 13th. Oh, I have time. I do have time. I might be able to accumulate some pulls. Yeah, I'll be okay. When that time comes, I should be fine. Otherwise, it's gonna be a very hectic few days. I will be streaming like way later. So, do reference from the announcement I made in the Discord. I'm completely blanked. Yeah. So it gives the announcement gives you a general idea of when I'm streaming. A bit more convenient to some of you because you know different time zones and all. Less convenient to those in Europe. Because I might be late. Actually, it should be fine, maybe. I mean, let's say you have like a busy day, whatever, and you want to catch your favorite stream over here. Should be okay. I think it might be busy around that time, too. So, if anything, it could help out. I might just talk about stuff I did, like, during the course, whatever. At this point, you could just say it's work. Right, anyway. We have to max out Vivian. And then I'm usually run out of time to pop in. Noted. Well, again, for the other few days, I will be not busy, which is great. So, basically, 14th to 18th is when you can catch me at, like, my usual times. And then, you know, 12th, 13th, I'm basically, well, 12th, 13th, 20th, 19th, 20th. Which, a particular day for me, if you can tell, is when I usually just start streaming. Otherwise, though, there will be a new schedule. I mean, there will be a new stream schedule going forward. And I might start doing a bit more work regarding streams in general. Because I don't think channel point rewards are going to cut it, or the overlay I have right now. I think I want to do more cool stuff.